So as Nick was just saying before we went on before we started recording, as listeners know, I am here in the United States, and listeners will also know that there is a longstanding theory I have when it comes to, European, German culture, politics, events. That's about, as a rule of thumb, 10 years behind the U.S. And this is not, no judgment in terms of what's better or not. This is just, the way the world unfolds. When it comes to
really
the potency of weed, though, Germany is approximately 1972 smoking dirt that they found on the ground. I always forget. They got all sorts of powerful stuff here.
I love it. I love it so much. I love that Germany's like best form of weed is just like mids. It's beautiful.
And I like mids. I don't need to get knocked out like that. I'm trying to look cool and smoke a joint and then still be able to walk.
Yeah.
Speaking of, because we were having a conversation off mic about like whippets, and like whippets was definitely a thing in Ireland, but we never called it whippets. And I spent ages trying to figure out what the fuck it was called. And there's a bunch of slang that I am not recognizing. But also, in kind of like the year of our Lord 2020 news, because the pandemic has created a shortage of weed accessibility in Ireland, whippets are back now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is
when
from
life gives you
journal.ie,
lemons.
this is from journal.ie, which is a very stodgy publication. Like they're thorough. There's a lot of stuff that comes out on them. If you want to find any like weird niche Irish news, you can find it on journal.ie, but they are like conservative. So do you want to hear this slang that is probably outdated by 5 years, but I also don't even recognize for whippets?
What is it?
Or nitrous oxide, to be specific. I think when I was younger, I think we called it NOS, but I'm
because
not
you guys
convinced.
watched the Fast and Furious movies. That's why.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, where it was like that thing that makes the cars go. What if we
fucking huffed it?
Yeah, we go fast. Okay, so apparently, hippie crack is what it's being called.
I have
calling
to say
it
that.
hippie crack.
Yeah, the kids are calling it hippie crack. Also, I'm seeing silver bullets is also a thing because of the canisters they come in.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, but apparently it is a result of the cannabis drought. That's also in scare codes.
Yeah, when I don't have weed, I just don't smoke weed. I'm my first reaction is not to fucking huff the closest thing that's near me.
I'm also seeing like the other thing that's like blowing my mind about this is that apparently you can get like one of these silver bullets for €1 or €2, which I have often talked about in this podcast, and that like the insane hellscape that is modern Ireland or Dublin. But I feel like nothing is €1 or €2 anymore in Dublin.
Hey, whippets are, baby.
I mean, it's much like the U.S. Like, everything sucks. You can't afford rent. You can't, you have like a gig economy job that like, it's clearly everything's falling apart around you. You can't hold down any relationship or, keep in touch with your friends or anything. But you can get like fucking good ass weed, like just strong shit, like absolute, just the finest loud. And, it makes sense because that's the one thing that'll keep you like being like, distracted.
Yeah, no, this is the thing that like definitely in, that is a massive difference between the U.S. and here. Like, not even just like I will say that I don't know if it's say that then like I enjoy smoking with Germans more, but I can't like do anything with Americans. I can't drink with Americans. I can't smoke with Americans. Like, and not like Rob. Like, I just can't do it like with. And we all know these people if we've been out to like clubs or whatever in Berlin, where they only make it to like 2:00 in the morning, and then like one of their friends just dies, like on the floor, vomiting. Oh my God, so and so, we have to get them back to the hospital. This and that and that. Like, it's like there's something ingrained in the American psyche that's just like get as fucked up as you possibly can. Not saying that like the Europeans are like classier or whatever, this and that, but it's more of like a marathon of just getting messed up. With Americans, it's like the fucking like 100-yard dash, and I kind of respect it. I really do. You know, I can't do it myself. I don't like it. Like, again, like as Rob said, like if I smoke any like American weed, I hate myself, and it's just like you're on like you're on a fucking other planet or whatever, you know. But Germany, I can smoke a joint, I can feel cool. You know, no one like I can just be in my zone. Like it's garbage weed. I may not even actually get high, but you know, it's the vibe. It's the experience that I'm there for.
I want to like
culture, baby.
I want to extrapolate this, like to go to like a table of economists and be like, especially I don't know, some like I don't know if Keynesian is the right word, but like people who are like, how do we bring back social democracy? And be like, look, when there was shit mids, social democracy is good. So if you just make the weed bad again in the U.S., then you know healthcare you'll have healthcare.
There's some Milton Friedman like shit, just like
no, Milton Friedman's
like
the problem.
Finding
Milton Friedman was just all like, you know, this fucking like 90-year-old fucking dude from Rahway, New Jersey, just telling you that you have to smoke the fucking just loudest weed that's around.
Yeah, but like, no, who's that guy who makes all the like correlations without ever investigating any of the causation type shit?
Malcolm Gladwell.
Malcolm Gladwell,
yeah,
yes, I'm thinking of Gladwell. Yeah, this is some Gladwell shit. This is like when the weed is shit, we have a social safety net.
Yeah. So bring back mids for the U.S.
Yeah. No country with mids has ever invaded another country with mids.
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to your weekly quarter, Späti.
Yes, it's a Christian podcast.
Yes.
I told everyone Santa was American. That's what Santa sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your weekly quarter, Späti. It's myself, Nick, joined with Rob.
Hello, the number one elf.
And Kieran.
Happy to be here. I'm a reindeer who flies. I feel like I'm a shoo-in for the job. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm your host, obviously, Santa Claus. I mean, we spent the first like 10 minutes just talking about how America needs to, you know, lay off that loud. I think that's a good start. That's it. That's the whole episode.
Yeah, we are.
Sit back, relax, crack open a fucking, you know, nitrous oxide fucking thing, and just go to town listening to this episode. Go to the local store and just buy like the 50 pack of fucking Whippet canisters and join us for this fucking merry-go-round, because Europe is, I don't know. I know that then like
what else are you gonna do? You should stay in quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a piece of shit or you're, you know, an elected official.
You're fucking going on a like private jet to some like donor meeting.
Yes. We'll get into. There's some theming today of like people breaking their quarantine, but I want to shout out like someone who's been very productive in quarantine, which is Kieran's one of Kieran's very
liking Italian porn stars Instagram photos.
I forgot about that.
That was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? We fucking missed that. How did we do that?
We did miss that.
How do we miss it? It's like it's disgusting men, Catholicism in Europe, all packed in one. And
it's like when the eye of the storm, like when it's directly on our target topics, then it's like it's not. Yeah. There's no storm there.
Yeah,
it's quiet.
Yeah, no,
as a good Catholic, I refuse to look at it.
There are too many intersecting interests.
Yeah,
it's a Lovecraftian.
It's literally the fucking TikTok of the guy being like, "Oh, what was his name? Like, I think his name actually is like Father Ted or some shit like that." They're like, "Father Ted, do you get horny?" He's like, "Oh, have you seen the guys on TikTok?"
Oh no! But it's a Lovecraftian horror of just like we can't actually see it or comprehend it. It was just too perfect for corner Späti that we just couldn't like. It was always in the corner of our eye, but our mind never wanted to like observe it or fully take it in.
Yeah, and I mean just that Catholicism is, you know, the official religion of corner Späti. We could not talk about it. It was not allowed. The Vatican would not let us have an opinion on this matter.
For when lockdown is finally, have our super soakers full of holy water to just like drive by baptize Rob into the faith.
Actually, yeah, that actually is a good bit. We should like go on like Twitch and baptize, like go and like have Rob baptized, confirmed, and his Holy Eucharist all in one.
Yeah, you guys have to hold me,
St.
right?
Andrews going in the
dunk
chat.
me in the water.
Yeah, that
Yes.
like yeah.
Right.
If we
I'll
get
do
to
it
like
if you hold me.
1,000, yeah, if we get 1,000 Patreons, Rob's gonna convert to Catholicism.
But we're doing it because we're good Catholic boys, but we're all giving fake names because none of us want to pay church tax.
I actually have to pay my church tax because they just assumed, literally by my citizenship, that I was Italian, and they got it right.
God damn it.
The
all
fate
right,
of my
so,
soul is in your hands, dear listeners.
Yeah,
Speaking of Catholicism,
free Rob from the clutches of Satan
yes.
by giving us money. That's the Catholic way, right?
It is. It's also a very Protestant way as well. This is very like televangelist.
No. I'm thinking more of like the years 13 something, and I'm Pope Leo.
Like pre-Reformation,
Yeah.
We're doing indulgences, but for Rob's soul and only Rob's soul.
He's the most important. Have you seen how fucking just like manly he is? He could beat the shit out of Satan.
Yeah, we can do it. Speaking of Catholicism and the old Catholic empires, one of Kieran's nemesis on Twitter, the posting Habsburg, Edward Habsburg, has announced this week his new project. He's been very productive in quarantine. His new Habsburg-themed children's book, Dubby the Double-Headed Eagle.
Are you sure this isn't like a Greek Orthodox fucking thing? Like,
No, it's Dubby the Double-Headed Eagle, and it's like
he's spreading. Yes, I get it. He's spreading the Greek Orthodox, the Byzantine way around.
I just want to say, Joe Biden promised he was going to restore, transatlantic relations, and he did. Finally, the collab between the posting Habsburg and Chelsea Clinton. They're doing a children's book together. Love to see it.
Yeah. There's a lot of pre-orders coming in. A lot of people posting like, damn, dude, matches my shirt. And then someone who's in like a double-headed eagle t-shirt with a crucifix or like a cross around his neck. This section of
Who
Twitter
are these
terrifies
people?
This section of Twitter does terrify me slightly. Also, weird thing that I didn't notice: the posting Habsburg Edward is not verified on Twitter.
Good.
He does not have a blue check mark.
Low B account. He's among the people.
Yeah. He's got 29,000 followers.
I think Jack from Twitter's just really like set on Ottoman expansion.
Yeah, he's never got over the like defeat at Vienna.
Exactly. I'd be pissed too if I was if I was a gray wolf.
Oh, libel, allegedly. Yeah, there's also his cover picture is him holding the like Austro-Hungarian flag with the Pope. So that's also great. I think he's in Brazil. I don't know why.
I'm just chilling in Brazil promoting Austro-Hungarian values.
Oh god.
I love that there's a posting Habsburg, and I love too that then like he can go very under the radar as a Habsburg because he doesn't look completely genetically deformed.
Yeah.
Like you could not pick him out of a crowd of royalty.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
for
He's got a dad bod. He's a dad bod.
Does he really? I don't know what he looks like. I refuse. I see Kieran like on these like.
He has kind of like a cone pinhead, but I assume otherwise he's just like a just dadded it up.
Looks like
he's got 6 kids.
He looks like damn good Catholic boy right there. That is some
Yeah.
good Catholicism
He
right
is
there.
He is making this royal family come back by hook or by crook. He is doing it.
Damn right.
Yeah, so everyone pre-order Dubby, the double-headed eagle.
I'm gonna order everyone on Corner Späti a copy of that for Christmas. So there, you're welcome, everyone. Not our listeners, just Rob, Kieran, and Yulia. That's your present from me.
Can we understand?
All right, actually, in all seriousness, can someone please send us a copy of that so that we can we can read it on either on air or on a Twitch stream. Like if you buy it for us, you can decide. You can just let us know how you want us to present it, or if you want it in Twitter fleets, I mean, you can fucking we could do that.
We will fleet. We will fleet.
Yeah. Pick your poison. Let us know if you do want to buy it for us. We'll send you our shipping address, and we'll read it on some form of media for you whenever it comes out.
I really like that the Habsburg themed children's book is about a deformed bird.
Hey, that's not deformed. That's it's called tradition. All right.
He wasn't even going for that. It was just kind of like epigenetic memory. It just speaks to me. All right.
He's the only lineage that doesn't have epigenetics, though. They just don't have it.
I'm moving us along to the next thing on the Politico.eu news ticker here. Greek PM accused of breaking lockdown rules. Of course, we are talking about Mitsotakis and his wife, who were seen spent Sunday morning mountain biking outside Athens, while Greeks were told to stay close to home. Yes, that's right. As we've heard from many different politicians, we have the Greek PM chilling, taking photos with, his constituents, and
there's that really bizarre
not distancing.
There's that really bizarre photo of him with Tom Hanks as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tom Hanks got his Greek citizenship this year or last year.
Oh, congratulations,
this bizarre as fuck. This is bizarre as fuck. What's it called?
Oh, hell yeah.
Ankopoulos.
Hell yeah. This is a good looking photo. Yes.
You found it. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, because isn't his wife Greek or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, but Tom
changed it at Ellis Island. It was Thomas Hankopoulos.
Well, GreekReporter.com says Tom Hanks is a known Philhellene who advertises Greece in every chance.
Does he? I've never noticed.
I've never noticed. I've spoken with Tom Hanks multiple times.
I found this out from friend of the show, Karin, who pointed this out to me that I should be proud of Tom Hanks. I'm like, well, I don't know what you mean. And then I realized also that makes, the best boy ever, Chet Hanks, Greek as well.
Oh, yeah. That's why. Is there some Greek patois he can do to stop appropriating and return to his true culture?
He speaks Turkish.
I will say that the Tom Hanks tag on GreekReporter.com has multiple pages.
Oh yeah. Oh, like I know this is small country syndrome. Whenever you get you can claim a celebrity, you go wild for it.
Yeah.
This
Tom
is Ireland
Hanks
all the time.
Yeah.
I just want to say for context, while Tom Hanks and Mitsotakis are having their own Brussels style orgy, 780,000 euros worth of fines were given out this weekend in Athens for breaking the I don't even know. How do you get in trouble for that? Are they just like, yeah, you're too close to somebody, and so I'm going to fine you? Do we know anyone? Do we know anyone who has been fined?
Well, I'm just imagining the sense of the way that you're going to fucking punish people who've already been punished enough by the fucking EU and whatnot is just by fining them even more.
Oh, we're doing an austerity again. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I might get you this time, Pablos. It's just like the police in the street is like, it's going to be you.
The spokesman, for the government spokesman, said that Mitsotakis is accused of being human and he would never refuse to be photographed with the people.
Accused of being human?
Only you went there, dude. I thought he was human, but if you're going to make me investigate, I'm going to check.
Remember,
it's like a PR person in his office being like, you shouldn't have said this term. That now everyone's questioning whether he's human or not.
No. Kyriakos Mitsotakis very famously said, "We are not the same. I am a Martian," when he first was put into office. So.
Oh, we do have a little Chet news, not Greek Chet news. Not to get us off things. Again, this is from my new favorite website, GreekReporter.com.
Hang on, I do want to say we should
GreekReporter.com is definitely one fucking Greek diaspora person in fucking Chicago.
They have a lot of. They have Greece, USA, Australia, Canada, Europe, World TV.
So Greek reporters sounds like
get around.
very angry Turkish flag emoji guys that harass Nick online.
But the
like
opposite.
reporting Greeks, yeah. Reporting Greeks to who? Yeah, but now that Tom Hanks is a Greek citizen, this does open up our podcast's gamut, our like available content to Chet News, because Chet is now Greek.
This video will be put into the YouTube comments, but Chet Hanks recorded a huge fight going on Antiparos, where apparently he vacations every year. But he wasn't in the fight. He was recording from the balcony. So he was a good boy.
That's even cooler. That's like recording a fight.
Just
from your
shouting
balcony.
Worldstar.
Yeah, that's so sick. That's such Chet Hanks energy. I love him so much. He's my favorite dumb boy.
Well,
I love that. Like
now you have something in common.
I do. Yeah.
I love Greek reporter claiming that like Tom Hanks has constantly promoted Greece. This is like the first I have ever heard of.
I remember, I remember that part in, Saving Private Ryan when he's like staring down the tank with his, with the gun, and bravely says that Macedonia is Greece.
Okay, I will say, and one extra wrinkle is that apparently one of the people in this fight was an off-duty police officer, and Chet Hanks is kind of
So a
blowing
Golden
up
Dawn
spot.
member.
I feel like Chet Hanks is like, we could do a movie like a Steven Seagal style movie of Chet Hanks like taking down the Greek, the deep state,
State. Yeah.
neo-Nazi police officers.
Chet Hanks lawman, but it's in Greece, and it's him doing nothing and being lazy as shit and doing his fucking patois accent the whole time. He doesn't actually
That'd be great.
crimes.
He'd be the new Steven Seagal in every sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Just a man just like loses his donkey and he has to go find it, but in doing so he just like runs over the donkey in a Vespa or something like that.
Yes.
All right. On a slightly
All
different.
while never breaking character as being like a white Jamaican dude or whatever the fuck it is that he does. It's perfect.
He'll just call it Greek.
Sky TV in Greece, please let me know if you like that idea. I'll let you have it if you pay me.
All right. Speaking of Mediterranean islands, the former Prime Minister of Malta says, I got to get her full name, Daphne Caruana Galizia, most famous for being a reporter on the Panama Papers, was, quote, politically irrelevant when she was killed. For those who don't know, of course, I wasn't sure if it was Panama or Paradise, but I guess it was a while ago, so it's definitely Panama. She quite famously was killed when her car exploded. Someone put a car bomb in her car, and she died.
That will happen if your car explodes.
And yeah, I just love that the former prime minister, like, this isn't like an offhand quote. This is before he was called to testify in front of the inquiry and said, no one cares about her. Also, you should be investigating the other party, not us. And no one told us that she was in any danger. And it's like, I'm sure.
I love this. Just like the energy of going into the inquiry and being like, she meant nothing to us.
It was easy to kill her. I didn't even care.
Yeah, whatever.
He also said that her work veered between world-class journalism and gutter gossip. So had to editorialize there a little bit.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what,
no respect for
I don't know what, like, uncovering the machinations of finances in the 21st century, which one that applies to.
This sounds I'm gonna go out on a limb. I bet this guy's connected to this somehow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's
there's 11 people on this island and 10 of them killed her.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm sure the other party was involved too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to defend the center right party, because this is the former Labor Party leader. They just probably both did it.
Oh yeah,
that's bipartisanship in Malta. In the same way the U.S. is going to come together to like balance the budget.
Yeah, it's the handshake meme, isn't it? Yeah. It's this is the most like partisan political system in the world. There is only like two parties in Malta, and sometimes they just need to come together.
ISIS and Catholic, what, Hamas? What's like, I don't know. They're all insane on that fucking
Catholic Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't like each other. But at the end, their game is the exact same. Like,
At the end, they have more in common than you would think.
yeah.
So just to clarify
wait,
for people, sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, wait, are you reading the fucking Politico Reader, like the Politico newsletter that you fucking just signed up for?
No. That's coming later.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
That is coming. No, yeah, because it's like I've been subscribed to for a while, but like as I was saying off like Rob is. If I hear it for long enough, I will just. If I hear it for long enough, I will just become them. Like they will convince me. So like I need Rob to look at it for me. Like a big like he needs to hold my hand through it.
You think that you're so weak that you're just gonna become a like Politico drone? Come on.
Oh,
Kieran.
definitely.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I have the
no.
proper
Wait.
antibodies.
Okay.
The only I don't have the antibodies. Yeah, I'm weak and frail. The only thing I can read is just like the Financial Times, just like a bunch of capitalists telling each other how great they're doing. I'm like, yeah, you guys are doing a great job. I hate you.
Well, it's like next week, Kieran was just no filter, being like, "Yeah, I read an article that said piss is actually good." Couldn't believe it.
God, that was another good Politico take. I love that one.
Yeah, Piss will make an appearance later on in this episode. I just want to wrap
One
this
ways
up.
and another. Hey,
We want-
yo.
We should probably do a full episode on the Panama Papers, Paradise Papers, but I will say, just so we're not libeled, first of all, this is an ongoing case, which and there's been no concrete evidence that the former MEP and Labour Party leader was connected to the murder, but the prominent businessman Jorgen Fenech, I don't know how to say his name, was arrested for
Pete Buttigieg.
Former prominent businessman Jorgen Buttigieg was arrested in connection with the murder, and the chief of staff for this Muscat, the Labour Party leader, was also arrested in charge of the murder case. And the three of them had a WhatsApp group together in which they, quote, shared photos of food and wine, but not of women. He had only met Fenech 8 times in person.
Why did they have to specify that last one?
Again,
Why are they just like? Why is this just weird former British colony island Italy? It's just like, yeah, but I have 3 WhatsApp groups: one for food, one for wine, and one for bra.
it's important to keep them separate. You know, you don't want to accidentally get too horny over some wine.
like food, like wine before food, never sicker.
Oh, this, what will go well with this Chianti? Just a beautiful woman, all maroon.
Just in flames from an exploded car.
Is that how they talk in Malta?
No, I just think it's basically Italy. It's island Italy, apart from all those Italian islands. Jesus, who is this? So my favorite thing about the story of this woman being exploded is that, Joseph Muscat, this is the former prime minister in question, and the guy who was like prime minister during this incident. 2 of the people who were originally arrested around this car exploding were like mechanics who worked on her car. One of them was also just called Joseph Muscat.
Oh, that's a classic movie premise right there.
Yeah, right. But it's also just like
I'm the
Malta,
other
we have
Joseph
5
Buttigieg.
names.
It's just the same dude with just a mustache.
No, that was Joseph Muscat. I am Joseph Muscat. Yes, this will hold.
Of course.
Insane country.
All right, Kieran, hit us.
It really is. Like,
with
it
the
really,
update.
like, I Malta, like, is literally just home to murders and, like, Catholic extremism. Like, maybe both at the same time. It's, I always forget, too, that it's a part of Europe, to be, completely honest.
It's like a stone.
That's a microaggression,
Tunisia.
Nick. You got to take that back. That's rude.
No, just because it's so small.
All right, again, you're digging yourself deeper here. You have to
I'll
respect
keep going.
the great Maltese people.
Yeah.
That's our
who's
new
like,
angle on the podcast.
You know
we
who's like an
insult every
honorary-
European nation.
Well,
except
don't
for
punch down. That's all I'm
Malta.
saying.
Yeah. What, to fucking Malta, the fucking Catholic murder capital of the world?
Yeah, they are weaker than us as a podcast. Us four people.
Malta's not even a country; it's a podcast. It's just a vibe. It's a thing. It's like it's just that thing you do on the weekends.
You genuinely thought there was an island of British Italians who all spoke a Semitic language? You thought that was real?
Next, you're gonna think Cyprus is real.
Idiot.
No, the thing, like, one of my favorite small little fun facts about Malta is that there is something called the Order of Malta, which is just a Catholic, like a Catholic militant organization, and one of their honorary members is one of their members is
Nicholas Babakidis.
No, Eric Prince.
Yes,
dude, that family
alter ego. Yes,
there's something about they're involved in. They're up to some stuff. I gotta say.
Yeah,
I don't trust.
No one just
the
fucking.
Prince,
No one
DeVos,
just gets
all
rid
of them.
of their. No one just gets rid of their fucking company and then just moves to the Seychelles because they just feel like it.
Yeah,
it's like getting
powerful
bangs,
energy.
dude. It's like just some people you got to do what you got to do.
Something like someone reach out to this person. Like I hope you have a friend who's DMing you right now and letting you know you're okay.
Yeah, sending you some cat videos.
Yeah, look! I found this cute video of a frog. Look at the frog. I'm really into frog TikTok. I think it's time for us to talk about the Spanish incident that happened this week.
It is time.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, a small little thing happened. So basically, the context of this is in Spain, they're trying to pass their budget at the moment. Spain has been very hard hit by coronavirus. It was also very hard hit by the current neoliberal economic order and just not having any money to do any shit and just having 1,000,000% youth unemployment. Spain, classic Spain shit. So they're trying to pass probably the first budget that would deficit spend since 2008 to actually increase the role of the state and gather more taxes from incredibly wealthy people. Decent, largely insufficient, whatever. But the current government is the center left and the left wing party. So this is kind of what you would expect. But the government is also in a tenuous situation where it's being propped up by the Basque Independence Party, the Catalonian Independence Party, these kind of regional parties that they accept reluctantly that they're in Spain for the moment, but they'd rather not be. So this has prompted a bunch of former generals to write a letter to the king.
The last line of
them about
defense in any country's, fiber. A bunch of generals being like, well, if no one else is going to do something about this, I will.
I'm going to write to the king. 73
they don't make them like they
senior-
used to.
No. 73 retired senior military officers who all, coincidentally, became officers under Franco. I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. And yeah, they wrote to the king, King Felipe, be like, they have concerns about Spain's deterioration, serious risks to national cohesion. The letter goes on to blame the social communist government for risking
That thing that totally exists.
Social communists, communists who drink, but only socially.
Yeah. Communists in the sheets, neoliberals in the streets.
I only do communism when it's offered to me, at a party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, only only when I was out with friends. I don't I never really want to pay for my own communism.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bum a communism off, my friends, whatever.
The letter concludes with assurances of support and loyalty to the monarch in these difficult moments for the homeland. Yeah,
these guys are all ancient as shit, aren't they? They're probably all their 80s.
It's kind of cute that they write letters to each other.
It is. First off that. Second, like, I don't even care at the end of the day because they're all going to die in like 3 years anyway. They're all going to get fucking COVID and just like not be able to be admitted into a Spanish hospital because they're all like filled. Like,
Yeah.
good
Well,
on them.
that was the big negotiation. Like when the New World Order was like, all right, we're going to invent this virus. We can't have powerful people getting killed, but they're like, well, we got to make it believable. And they're like, all right, in exchange for
73 Spanish Francoist generals.
No, like fucking Bolsonaro, Boris Johnson, Trump. No one's gonna get it and die. Just Herman Cain and every Spanish general. And they're like, all right, drive a hard bargain, but we accept.
I mean,
I'd take that too.
I mean, I would take that deal too. Like, yeah, you know, Bolsonaro and you know, all the other bad boys of the world are, you know, still wreaking havoc and being shitty, but. You know, I mean, think about that. That's like an Obama drone strike, but with taking out fascists.
So, of the 73 who signed the letter, 66 are retired. So there you go. And one of them, this is the thing that kind of set me off, though. One of them ran an operation in 2002 for Parsley Island, a tiny Spanish possession briefly occupied by Morocco. And I was like, okay. Interesting. Cool. I need to look this up. Oh my fucking god, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. So, Parsley Island. I'm gonna send a picture in the chat of what Parsley Island fucking looks like.
It looks like a palm tree or something gaudy, right?
You're not far off, Nick. You are not far off. So, that's
It's a fucking rock.
a picture. That's a picture of Parsley Island, right? And I must insist, this is a picture of Parsley Island as seen from the Moroccan coast. Like, that's how close it is. That grey shadow in the background, that's mainland Spain. But that island is like, it is 15 hectares or 37 acres, which I think that's less than 0.15 kilometers squared. It's the dumbest shit. But yeah, one of the guys who signed this letter ran Morocco tried to occupy it for 9 days, and then they sent a SWAT team in to like take back the tiny rock. Grupo de Operaciones Especiales. That was the name of it.
Nice.
And involved in this was the Mirage F1, which is a fucking French fighter jet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
The F/A-18 Hornet.
Hell yeah, fucking U.S. made power right there, baby.
Yeah. The like America has like Zero Dark 30, like this 3-hour movie, like tense, realistic, and Spain made the same thing about this real life story, taking back Parsley Island. Spiking that football. Four AS-532 Cougars, or the Eurocopters as they're called, multi-purpose helicopter developed by France, and 3 UH-1N helicopters, or the twin Hueys. Yeah, that's cute.
This is an insane operation. Do you want to hear what was on the Moroccan side of this? I've not listed several of the other military equipment on Spain's side. Do you want to hear what Morocco had?
All right, lay it on
Yes,
us.
please.
8 sub-officers and 1 gunboat.
You know what?
And against all odds.
Yeah. How sick would that have been though if just like this like dingy little gunboat just fucking shot down an F-18? Like that would have been so sick. That's like
this is
it's like
a
Morocco's
Morocco's
where you just like continuously like keep shooting at the helicopter, just hoping that like you may hit the pilot.
No, dude. If you turn the gun backwards on the gunboat and shoot behind you, you can get the gunboat to fly. No, okay, so I really like to think that this is like Morocco's 300, except it happened in 2002.
So what happened to this kind of initiative on behalf of the generals? What, they can just write a letter now, or are we expecting this kind of operation to storm Pablo Sanchez's residence?
Well, the budget passed like yesterday, so they failed, I guess, in trying to stop it. The 2021 budget passed. It's going to be like 27 billion in like relief funds and stuff like that. So it's pretty nice. So that's good. They failed effectively. I don't know what these like 73 octogenarians plan to do.
No, they're
with King Felipe.
They're just gonna die. Remember, that's part of the deal.
More on that later. They might try relive the glory days of taking back Parsley Island.
73 geriatric men just like climbing onto this fucking rock.
Still beats the 8 sub-officers in one gunboat of Morocco.
Oh no, I bet they're frightening. Like I bet they're fucking weirdos. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah. They definitely got like
Morocco. If that does happen, solidarity.
But yeah, like in actuality, the debate in Spain is just like, well, they're retired, so they're private citizens, so they're allowed to express political opinions, but we don't like this. We don't like this at all.
Yeah. They're just saying that as they like kick down the door and pistol whip them. They're like, they're private citizens. They're retired. You got to stay active. Keep your brain working.
I'm still hung up on this.
Shoot their dog.
Island. Like, what did they do? Did they just like fly really close to the island? Like, make a lot of like loud noises to like scare the Moroccans away? Like, what was the point? I mean, not what was the point. Like, I'm just confused. I'm like, I don't know how that many aircraft are gonna like defend such a small, insignificant rock in the middle of the fucking Mediterranean Sea. I guess the whatever. I don't know what fucking sea it is.
I think it's technically the Atlantic. It is so dumb. It's not even close to like Melilla or Ceuta or anything like that. It is it's so dumb. I am very kind of interested in this operation. The only thing that I can imagine is that like they borrowed techniques from the Japanese and like they did like Dios Viento, like God Wind, Kamikaze, just like a Eurofighter jet into this tiny rock.
How sick would that be? Just crashing a fucking Eurofighter, which are like, I don't know, like $100 million, wasting it on a fucking uninhabited rock that, Morocco is just like, hey, it's near us. Like,
yeah, more money was spent on this operation, like military equipment, than Spain has right now. Like, this is like, I love this. I need to go into more detail about Parsley Island, to be honest, because it just seems like the dumbest shit in the world. And the Spanish people I talked to about this also said, like, yeah, in 2002, this was the dumbest shit in the world.
This is like, I was always wondering if there was anything ever dumber than when, like, the Brits, like, the Brits who were, like, stoked about the Falkland Islands. Like,
yeah.
This is
very Falkland Islands energy.
Yeah. But, like, somehow dumber, because at least the Falkland Islands had, like, sheep. Like, this literally has nothing on it.
This apparently has some goats on it. Apparently that was the joke. There was, like, more goats than Moroccans, like, occupying the island. But I also like the idea that, like, hey, if you went to the Falkland War, you'd get a long trip out of it. You'd see part of the world, but it's like literally, I don't know, you take like a half an hour plane ride from your house.
I remember there was a guy who was like a friend of my aunt's or whatever, and I met him like once or twice, and he was like really proud that he was in the Marines. And he was like, yeah, I served. And then someone was like, oh yeah, where'd you serve? And he's like, Grenada.
Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, that's the story of Parsley Island, which I'm fucking hell, that stupid rock. I can't emphasize enough. Everyone at home, Google Parsley Island. Just see what this was over. So dumb.
All right, final topic. You probably knew this was coming. There was a big orgy in Brussels this week.
We were all there.
Well, yeah, I mean, full disclosure, we were all working there. So I was valeting a lot of Teslas. Kieran was a waiter with like a top hat and a comically large mustache. Nick had one of those.
What do you think waiters are?
Nick had one of those big push mops, like in basketball, when the players run to the other side. He just comes in, wipes it down, make sure everything stays.
Yeah, I got to make sure that they can get the right, like their proper footing.
Well, you can get exactly. You get traction with your sneakers.
Sorry, as soon as you said like push mop and like, I'm just thinking of like U.S. high school, but I'm also thinking of like you walk into the orgy room and it's the sound of like a high school basketball game going on, just like the sneakers on, like sneakers on varnished wood floor.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, you probably saw it in the news. I don't know the date, December 1st. That's what I'm looking at here. Or actually a couple days before, because that was when he resigned. So police in Brussels arrested 25 men for breaking the lockdown, orders. You can't do that. Too many people in one place. But it was a quote, and there's been a lot of different reporting on this, so want to be, careful about what to call it. This Guardian article I'm looking at says a quote, sex party. Others say a quote, gay gangbang. It's just, it was just a good time.
Pick your poison.
It was just a nice party. Almost all men. And from what we know, at least 3 diplomats.
Yes, the other gender.
We have you have to identify if you're a diplomat when you come in.
Yeah.
I like there's a statement
Didn't one person claim diplomatic immunity before they were getting arrested?
Multiple. Yeah, multiple.
Hell yeah. That's the sickest shit. It's like,
the best thing,
you can't fucking touch me.
The best thing is that Estonia, well, let me find this. The Estonian Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed that one Estonian diplomat was present and then just didn't say anything else. I have one source here which says that the diplomats were aged about 43 and 33, but the person everyone heard most about was one Josef Schaier, if I said that right, a 59-year-old member of the European Parliament for Fidesz and a key ally of Orban's. Just typical right-wing dude. Helped rewrite the constitution in 2011.
I love the idea of how old that he is. Oh, that makes it even like just kind of hotter and like a weird
I gotta
Berlin
say he did it. Like if you compare his Wikipedia photo to his photos in these articles, like the dude got a makeover. He looks like before he just looked like kind of like a weird libertarian. Now he kind of he's got a big beard. He looks like one of those like tradcaths, who's like super right wing on Twitter, like like a hipster right winger.
Yeah,
like getting really angry at Pope Benedict while listening to like the Mountain Goats.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. I kind of agree with Nick of just like I hear about this like largely older person orgy, and it's like when you find a type of porn and a fetish that you're like not into. But there was obviously a lot of like production value behind making this like weird giantess video, and you're just like, damn, there really is something for everyone. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really kind of like I just know that this dude like would first off, I love all these stories when it's just a massive homophobe,
Yeah, to be clear, he bragged about specifically the like anti-gay measures of Orban's party. He's long advocated against gay rights. He said that only married heterosexual couples can adopt children. In 2015, a colleague, an ALDE person who is an open lesbian, said that he was gay, and a defamation lawsuit was brought against her.
She was just fucking looking out for everyone, letting them, leaving the paper trail. No, but I love the first thing of that it is just like, it is this, just like these very this happens in the U.S. like pretty frequently, I would say too, with like Republicans or conservative, or people who are just these massive homophobes, and then at the end of the day, you find out that they're really into like, it's not even like that it's that weird. Like it's, it's just, they get caught. But the thing that I just love about this is that, because you mentioned his makeover, and I'm sorry, like he looks like he would fit into like a fetish party in Berlin, like very well. He has like the well manicured, very well manicured.
Exactly.
Beard.
Yeah.
He's
done well for himself.
The glasses glowing. It's like this dude. You could easily see just like at a party, at like a sex party in Berlin, which would be, again, like if he wasn't a homophobe, would be, fine, cool, and normal.
Yeah, to be clear, they were only arrested for breaking the lockdown. Apparently, it was right next to a police station. Another little thing. Another thing about Shire is that
made it more fun.
So, like, again, there are a lot of lurid details. Who knows how much is made up, how much is real? This is from the Daily Mail. I'll just read this aloud. The party was a, quote, daddy orgy, which meant that everyone had to participate.
That's so sick. That's
not
so
simply
fucking
observe.
cool.
It had to be condomless sex. They allowed observers,
cool.
but women can only be observers. Political talk is off limits. There was one where they're saying the Daily Mail also said that when the police arrived, that they thought that they were like, in costume and that someone tried to take their pants off. So clearly in the zone, they're all having a good time. So I imagine when people realize everyone's scattered, and Shia was seen reportedly fleeing down a gutter, and he was arrested with narcotics in his backpack.
He climbed out a window. Some of the reports I heard is he climbed out the window, and he was one of the people also claiming yelling diplomatic immunity while on the streets of Brussels.
Yeah, if you yell anywhere in Brussels, you can yell that, and they have to let you do.
Oh God,
whatever you're doing.
I'm just sorry. I'm just imagining just a methed out fucking Fidesz politician just like naked on the streets yelling diplomatic immunity.
It's Vide le Bruxelles. It's what it's like here.
I mean, you know what? Maybe I'm happy that we fucking signed up for that newsletter now.
There's not that much more I want to say about the Shia guy. I mean, he's just typical right-wing fucking asshole. I will say it is funny to imagine that this is all happening in Brussels because, like, I don't know. You two are always talking about like the lathe of heaven and stuff, and you think it applies to something like, oh, what if fucking Chester the Cheeto said the Golden Horde will rise or something? But like, we're nobodies,
Don't do it, man. It's gonna happen.
We're minor, a minor left wing comedy and politics.
Oh no,
the real lathe of heaven is like
Chester Cheeto just joined ISIS.
Oh no, he's been cancelled. He's cancelled for joining.
Think about
ISIS.
it: like a 67-year-old British man living in like Valencia, undiagnosed skin cancer from never wearing sunscreen, who's like, "Yeah, they're all gay in Brussels," but Britishly. He's right. It's like it's just proving his point. This is exactly what that von Kaudenhofer Kalergi guy was dreaming of. I have a vision in my eye.
It's just like, man, just come enjoy Brussels life, have a glass of wine, have some chips out of a cone, watch a Hungarian politician tweak out naked in the street.
And again, it'd be fine if it wasn't A, a right-wing like homophobe, and B, like, I mean, there's so many examples. We already mentioned the Greek prime minister of like there are rules. There's this very big pandemic that is very serious, and you better like follow the rules. But I can do whatever I want. I'm just gonna. It's not fair. I'm different, and so I'm gonna go to my parties. I'm gonna go mountain biking with my wife. I'm gonna get lit with Tom Hanks. But so this is really important. So don't go outside. We'll also
these
find
guys aren't even powerful enough to get the adrenochrome either. So they are kind of putting their life on the lines if you think about it.
Well, yeah, but like they are. This is 100%. This is 100%. I'm built different energy. That's why like none of them are using condoms as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's so, like that was the most insane thing that I fucking heard with it. One, that's just dumb.
That's a bad idea.
That's very bad idea. Two, I'm also very curious of what his drug policy is.
Yeah, unclear. I mean, okay, well, let's get a little into this. So you've heard about some of the diplomats there, but the person who organizes the party is one David Manzheli. Not sure if I'm saying this right. It appears to be Polish. The more you read about this individual, the more questions I have. Okay. So he calls himself, he's given multiple interviews. Happy to talk to the press about this.
I need to get out in front of this.
He says he's a hobbyist organizing gay orgies with up to 100 people. The number's been scaled down due to the pandemic.
Smart man,
So taking precautions.
Yeah.
The Belgian limit at the moment for gatherings is like 4 people.
Okay, you could stretch it a little bit. Is his thinking?
You can't have an orgy with 4 people. Come on.
He makes a lot of claims. So he's the one who said that the participants thought the police were costumed invitees. He also said that the party was reported to the police by a competitor of his. He's the one who gave the description of, what happens at the party.
Oh no, hang on. This rules. I'm sorry. There's a competitive orgy circuit in Brussels.
Brussels, baby.
Anything. Okay. Here's two more claims. One, he says he's a 29-year-old with a PhD in economics from some Catholic university. Yes. And he said that
and that's where he learned this is the best money-making scheme possible.
Two, back in Poland, where I guess he's from, there's outstanding warrant for his arrest, and he's been arrested before, which says that he's 36 years old and never finished high school. He says in turn that the Polish government is framing him and trying to extradite him because piss party politicians had participated in his events in Brussels.
I believe him. I fucking believe him. I believe him.
We standing. This. I'm changing the podcast artwork to this guy's face.
Yeah, no, this guy.
But in the Obama style, but instead of hope, it's orgy.
Yeah, this is like the thing where I'll see people. This happens occasionally on like American Twitter, where there'll be people who are, I don't know if they're sex workers or not, but they'll just be like, yeah, there's people I know who are like in the House of Representatives or in the Senate who've like bought me for sex or who I've had sex with, who are massive homophobes, and I love that. Like this guy is telling the truth. I know this for a fact. Like,
yeah,
that seems, I mean, it's too, it fucking writes itself almost. The sense of just these ultra white right wing, really homophobic dudes who are like concerned about masculinity and like the emasculation of men. Like I wonder what this dude's opinion about fucking Harry Styles wearing a dress is. I really want to fucking know. Because yeah, I mean, because this shit's just so fucking funny when they get caught, living the life that they apparently fucking hate. And it's like, you just don't have to be this way. You could just not suck.
You also don't have to be a politician. Just go live your life,
exactly.
dude. Stop being a cog in this repressive machine. No one will ask you your opinion. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can enter into the cutthroat world of Belgian orgy. I
imagine it's a booming industry. Yeah.
I need the shonen anime of competitive orgy organizers, and there's the tournament season where they're all trying to organize the best one, and there's the rival, but really they're friends in the end. I need this. The hero of the story is this guy, this Polish guy. Yeah. I love him.
One of those characters that as soon as I read a bit about him, I'm like, we will be coming back to this.
Oh yeah.
There's also I'm ready to embrace this. Speaking of him, there's of the conspiracy angle, because the other thing popping up in the EU news all the time is that they're threatening. There's this big discussion of what the recovery fund is going to be, and Hungary and Poland are the two countries that are basically holding it up, because we've talked about it before on the podcast. But basically, there's in order to agree to the fund, they have to agree to these rule of law, these certain EU-wide.
It's you have to agree to the rules of the orgy. Yeah, you can't. No condoms.
First rule of orgy club: if it's your first night at orgy club, you are fucking.
And and suddenly there's a orgy crackdown with. Apparently, it's been going on a long time in Brussels, but then just the same week where they're trying to stiff arm Poland and Hungary, there's a sting operation. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on here. I wouldn't put it past von der Leyen.
But the thing about it that's just
only women are allowed to observe. She just
exactly.
comes
She's
in
there
taking names.
Yeah. Anyway, we should clarify that this is just seemed to be some party that apparently is common in Brussels, because there's a big competitive scene. Probably nothing to do with the machinations of the powerful. And
we need to be on the pulse of the competitive orgy scene in Brussels.
Oh, but I should just to wrap it up. Shire said he resigned. He apologized for a personal misstep, and he didn't apologize for any moral double standards or hypocrisy, and then resigned. But that is also surprising that they actually stepped down, because I don't know. I'm used to people just ignoring it. It'll blow over.
Yeah, but this is the kind of thing of just this is the weird shit of politics of it's not about whether something's horrible or not. It's about how goofy it was. Because like he's resigned because this was goofy as hell. Like, cause he fell out a window and was like running through Brussels, like shouting diplomatic immunity as if he was being chased by like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I imagine some of the gendarmes look like that. But like the thing, like that's on the laundry list of like basically moral abominations this man has like committed. That's not even on there. That doesn't even register. This is like, if he wasn't a homophobe, I'd be like, cool story, bro. Let's hang out sometime.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, if he wasn't a homophobe, this would just be a dude having a good time.
This is like an anecdote for your stand-up set later. Like, oh yeah, that one time, just tweaking out in the street of Brussels. But like, it's. This guy has like done a lot of awful shit, and particularly around like LGBT rights in Hungary.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is the thing that makes it the funniest. I mean, unfortunately, that he's so bad, it makes it then.
Yeah, but it's the shit that like he didn't resign for any of that. That's the kind of shit he like. Yeah. But like, you caught me with my pants down. You got me in like
literally caught him with his
America.
Pants down.
Yeah, you caught me in a like America's Funniest Home Videos moment, and that's why I resigned, not because of any of the like terrible shit I did.
Yeah, not for the typical fucking fit-ass shit that I fucking just do like on the regular.
Yeah. I swear to God, he had a document in the works about how like I don't know, Romanians are a type of bird that needs to be culled. I don't know. He was planning to annex Transylvania or something.
I'm like wondering what he's like. What his I mean, either one, he's just gonna like not explain himself, which is probably the better thing. But I think in his pride, I'm very curious of seeing that. Then following up with this and seeing where he goes with it. Like, what kind of like mystic magic is he gonna pull out of his ass and be like, oh yeah, it was the Turks. They put a spell over me and made me gay.
There was some more stuff in the article, like his history, and I think I don't know if this is a sad truth or just like, I don't know, like the professional climbing, but he's probably not even like I'm sure he's like bought into the Fidesz stuff, but he's probably also like, that's over. I'm just gonna like retire now, can go to like any party I want. Because I do think that he was like, because he's like 59, right? So he's older. And so he was like graduating college. So he was 30 in 1989. So I think he's just like a young professional being like, oh, how am I going to like climb the ranks here? And it's like, guess I'll be like a right-wing homophobe. And I think like that doesn't like excuse problem. Him, but it's sort of like, he's like, like I don't know what makes it worse, if he's like a true believer or like, oh, this seems like a good way to like rise to the top.
That's the real problem. That's the city's changed, man. That's a real problem with the Brussels orgies these days. Is just like half the people there are just trying to like, they're looking for their next career move. They're always looking to link up on LinkedIn. And I'm just there to fuck.
I know, right? You can't get any chill parties in Brussels.
It's the scene's just a bunch of posers now.
Yeah.
Never go to Brussels for a sex party.
What about if it's the other way around? That he's actually a homophobe, but then he like used the gay sex party in order to then like get up the ladder that way.
Yeah,
Maybe.
like this is his Diane Fossey moment of like trying to understand.
I went undercover at a gay orgy so I could like get in better with the Brussels bubble, like. Yeah,
or like I'll apply this into my next homophobic law.
Yeah.
Oh, it's upsetting.
All right. Yeah, I got nothing more on this. I've really have.
That's the news this week.
Yeah, really. It really. You know what? It really provided. I'm happy. Like
I am too. I cannot stress enough how amped I am at the discovery of, and it's this first word that's very important to me. Competitive Brussels orgy scene. Like that's the fact that it's like cutthroat, vying for clients, sabotaging your competition. That's the big part.
I can
like
already,
that's what I want.
Yeah, I can already see this anime. It's like in my head.
It's like it's either an anime or it's like a HBO show like Succession or Family Jewels or something.
Yeah.
Except they're running orgies.
Yeah, no, it's an anime. It has to be.
Yeah,
because I like
it's too horny to be anything else.
Yeah, I like the idea of what you put forward of the the like arena showdown and shit like that.
Yeah, the tournament arc. Yeah, we have to have a tournament arc.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
Nice.
Any plugs that we got to do for this week? Anything that we want to let our listeners know about?
No, big things coming.
Lockdown sucks.
Big things, yeah. You know, follow. What is it? Follow the whatever the QAnon thing that they always say is.
Yeah, I will make an announcement for people who have helped us out on Patreon. I am working on the Cyberpunk 2020 game. It will be happening because we want to do it. I want to do it personally, in person with my three boys, my two boys and my Yulia. So that will be happening in 2021. And you may be asking yourself, but Kieran, the whole point of doing Cyberpunk 2020 was to do it in the year 2020. No, it wasn't. It's actually even funnier that we're doing it in the year 2021 in the future of 2020. This is going to rule.
I'm so excited for it. I think we all have our characters picked out. They're beautiful. They're beautiful
No
boys
spoilers.
and girls.
No spoilers, yes.
Then I guess on that note, we will see you guys all next week. Take care.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.